Hello, hello, hello. So, come along, my friends. Come along, get aboard and ride this train. Again, there is nothing on this train for you to lose, but everything for you to gain. It's going to be a super fun ride. Come along, my friends. Come along. So, hopefully, since our last talk, you have been thinking about, contemplating, and working on effective concept development as you read the scriptures and you search them out. I want to begin to talk to you today about the next talk given to me on the scriptures revealed. This talk is going to be on life and life more abundantly. So you've heard the scripture and you understand and you know that so many have come. Jesus particularly is that came that you may have life and life more abundantly. So here's what we want to begin to address for you. Again, we will say we like to talk about the motive. And this motive on this talk on life and life more abundantly is for you to begin to allow the abundant life that you believe in, that you've heard about. We want to begin to guide you in a direction of what will help you to allow this abundant life that you've so heard about into your life. So you have again heard the scriptures that Jesus came that you have life and life more abundantly. And so many of you are believing that, receiving that, hoping in that, and yet perhaps wondering, where is this abundant life? And some of you have grown to the point where now you are no longer even expecting an abundant life here in this world. Now you are more so hoping for an afterlife of abundance, heaven, so to speak. So the abundant life that is written about and that you've been told about and that Jesus came here to also guide you and point you in the direction of is for this life here on earth, this physical existence that you have right now. This abundant life is for that. So we're going to address some of your concerns and asks and maybe worries. So you may be worried, I have heard and I believe in this life and life more abundant, but I am not seeing that result in my life, and how do I get there? So let me begin to help you think about that in a way that will begin to guide you toward the direction of the abundant life that you came here for, and that so many have come to teach you how to gain in this physical experience that you're in. So one of the ways that you begin to allow life and life more abundantly into your physical, current reality and experiences, you have to create it. Now, you are a very powerful creator. We have said that. We will say it over and over again. You will hear us say it many, many times over. You are a very powerful creator, created in the image of the most powerful creator. In fact, the creator of all that is, including you. Your ability to tap into that power is where your abundant life will come from. Here's how you begin to do that. It is an operation of faith. You have heard about faith. You've been told that you need to believe and that you need to have faith in the things that you want, the things that you're believing for, the things that you want to see manifest in your life. You've been told you need to have faith to get those things, and that is true. That is absolutely true. Now, to each a measure of faith is given. So when you come here, you do come here with a measure of faith. And through your life and living, that faith begins to grow and that measure begins to increase. And you also have the ability to recognize where you are doubting or don't possess enough faith. And you also have the ability to ask for more. You can ask. There's a couple of different things we're going to talk to you and guide you toward in your attainment of life and life more abundantly here in your present physical existence. So, one, as you do realize I am lacking here in this amount of faith, and I don't necessarily believe, maybe perhaps you've had experiences that cause you to not believe or to doubt that you can have, be, or do anything that you want. So if you find that you are doubting or possessing doubt, that is okay. Sometimes your experiences justify and quantify your doubt. So this is not about us wanting to make you feel bad for doubting. We want you to know that we get it. It's a part of the natural process of what happens when you are disappointed or when something doesn't play out the way that you like, or you haven't gotten something that you've been wanting, believing for, or asking for. It is very possible for you now to begin to doubt because you are human and you are in a physical body. And so a lot of what you are doing is observing your experiences from the past. So it is very normal and it's very human to get so caught up in those experiences of the past that you begin to doubt things that you have been believing for, hoping for, wishing for, because you haven't accomplished them or attained them yet, and you've tried different ways to do so and not been successful. So when that happens and you see that you are now not believing that you can have, be, or do what you want because you have not been successful or not achieved it, one of the things that you can begin to do is, one, ask for an increase in your faith. You can ask for that measure to be increased. You can request that, and trust me, when you ask, it is given. And asking is the way that you receive. It is the first step in getting what you want, is asking. So now that you've been given that, and you know you can ask for more faith, you can ask for an increase in your measure of faith. Now, let me begin to give you a practical way, everyday thing that you can do, very simple thing that you can do to begin to allow abundance into your life. Because again, I have come, Jesus came, so many came that you would have life and life more abundantly. So one of the very practical ways that you can begin to allow abundance into your life is to begin to notice the abundance around you. You can do it. There is so much abundance around you that indicates proof that this life is to be abundant for you. It is intended that way. You came here with the intention of an abundant physical life experience. So, one of the things that I first began to be taught in the beginning of this revelation, I had to begin to notice the abundance around me in my life. And while I had not attained many of the things that I want yet, it was taught to me, it was given to me to begin to notice the abundance here for us. So one, if you are noticing lack, or you're feeling poor, or you're feeling like you don't have enough, or you just aren't getting the abundance that so many are enjoying, and you're trying to figure out why, how do I get it? Begin to notice the abundance around you. So no matter where you're at, if you're in the projects, if you're in the hood, if you're in the slums, no matter where you're at, you can begin right there to notice the abundance in life and begin to tap into it. As you begin to notice the abundance in life, you will begin to draw more of that to you. Here's some things that you can begin to notice that are abundant. Look around you. Look around you at the trees. We breathe. Our source of breath and life, of oxygen, comes from the trees. Begin to notice that there are so many trees around the planet everywhere. So when you are walking down the street, look for the trees. They are in abundance and excess around us. If you are in a major city and there's not a whole lot of trees, then look beyond the trees to the clouds. Look to the air. Look up to the sky. There is a infinite sky above you. You can see it for miles and miles and miles. Look up. There's an abundance of that. The abundance of the heavens is here for you. Begin to notice that. As you begin to start there, you are now observing abundance. Give appreciation for that abundance. Give appreciation that no matter what you don't have or what you're lacking, you have enough oxygen. You have enough air to breathe. You don't have to worry about how much air you're going to breathe and if there's going to be enough and if it's going to run out. You know that there's plenty of it here for you. You breathe with ease and flow. We want you to begin to give appreciation for that. As you begin to give appreciation for the abundance of the breath that is your life source, you're going to begin to allow abundance to come into your life. You're going to begin to receive it just by virtue of you observing and appreciating abundance. Now you are inviting it into your life. Once you start there, once you get there, you're doing that, you become very good at it. And now you say, well, I'm feeling really good. Because what you're going to the first manifestation you're going to get as evidence of what you're practicing, learning, and doing, the first evidence you're going to get is you're going to feel better. You're going to instantly shift from a place of feeling lackful. You're going to feel better. You're going to feel more joy and happiness. And you're going to feel thankfulness and appreciation for abundance. And it's going to automatically lift your vibration. It's going to lift your energy. It's going to lift your spirit. It's going to lift your soul. That's going to be your first evidence, is a feeling of appreciation, a feeling of joy and happiness as you begin to think on the abundance of the very air, the very source of life for you. So begin there. No matter where you're at, you can begin there. Doesn't matter what position in life you're in, you can begin there. And when you begin there, you're going to now open up and invite abundance into your life. So you begin there. And then as you begin there, this is how you get better and better at it. You get better at it by now noticing more things in your life that are abundant. So you like different shoes and different fashion that people have, and perhaps you're noticing you don't have as much and you're feeling lack about that, and you're feeling like, why can't or why don't I have as many, and why can't I go buy a new pair of shoes when I get ready? Here's how you begin to do it. Here's how you begin to allow that abundance into your life. If you have one pair of shoes and you have a pair of shoes you wear to work, a pair of shoes you wear to church, or a pair of shoes that you just walk up and down the street with, begin to appreciate those shoes, the one pair. If you have two pair, then begin to appreciate the two pair. As you begin to appreciate the two pair, now you are appreciating the abundance of more than enough. You only need one pair. That's all you need, is one pair. Abundance is having more than enough. That's what abundance is. Abundance is more than enough. Abundance is getting not just what you need, but also what you want. This is the abundant life that you've been told about. This is the abundant life that you've been believing for, but yet Sometimes you feel a little doubtful that you are worthy of it because you're not accomplishing it or because you're seeing lack in your life. So here's how you begin to practice. These are practical things that you can do daily to increase your faith and to begin to operate in your faith, which is also your power. This is beyond religion. This is beyond what you're just hearing in a sermon or what you're just reading on a page. This is beyond that. This is called operating and walking in that power. And this is how you do it. It's very simple. It's not rocket science. It's very simple that a child could understand it. And this is how it's intended to be. It is intended for it to be simple and very relatable and understandable for you. So begin to appreciate anything that you have that is more than what you need. Begin to appreciate it. As you begin to focus on it and appreciate it, you are increasing your invitation for more into your life. Now you are allowing abundance into your life. Let me tell you what is happening. Here's what is happening oftentimes with humans. Oftentimes, you are stifled in your creation for more, for the abundance you want in your life, because you are focused on the lack. You're focused on what you don't have. And because you are focused on lack, you are drawing more of that to you. You are a very powerful creator. You've heard about manifesting. It's pretty trendy these days. Everybody's talking about, I'm going to manifest this, and I'm going to manifest that, and I'm manifesting this, and I'm going to work on that. I'm manifesting this. Listen, you are doing that anyway, all day, every day. You are manifesting all day, every day. You are creating your realities. You are creating your experiences. Here's what's different for those who are aware, or what you guys like to call conscious, or what you guys like to call woke. Here's what's happening. Some people that understand this power and that are operating in it, they are creating on purpose. They are creating intentionally. So what we want to begin to teach you to do is create intentionally. You are thinking all day, every day, and as a result of your thinking, you are creating your life experiences because you are the creator. You've been endowed with and given the power to do so. You've been created that way. So you're manifesting all day, every day. Now we want you to stand in awareness of that and begin to operate in your power and begin to create and manifest the life that you like, the life that you desire, the life that you prefer, the life that you dream about, the life that you wish about, the life that you hope for. This is how you allow abundance into your life, is you've got to begin to ignore the lack, even though it is there. You may say, well, you want me to act as if it doesn't exist. To an extent, yes. We know that it is there. For some of you, I was a young child, and one of the things I am most happy about is I am most happy that I had a very modest, perhaps you would think or say, childhood. I didn't have a lot of things. I didn't have a lot of toys. I didn't have a lot of clothes. I didn't have a lot of jewelry and fashion, and I love those things. And while I love those things, the reason why I began to get them is because I didn't have them. So by them being missing, I began to want. I began to have a desire. It's a very good thing. It's a very powerful thing. It's to your benefit. When something is missing, you begin to develop a desire. Desire is very powerful because, listen, desire is so powerful that even when you lack faith, if your desire is great enough, you can still bring it to you because your desire is great. This is why people talk oftentimes about desire, dedication, and determination, the 3 Ds. Perhaps you've heard a theory on that, or if you've heard a message on that. Desire is a big deal. You came here to develop desires, and you chose a platform to come through your parents, your foster parents, however it's played out in your childhood, who has guided you, raised you, taught you. You chose platforms to come through that would allow the necessary situations and circumstances to develop the desires in your life that would get you to what you came here for, to your purposes. So desire is a good thing. And when you notice the lack in your life, don't be upset. Don't begin to doubt. Just begin to appreciate the things that you do have that are in abundance, and also respect your desire for more of what you lack. Respect your desire. That is healthy. It is a healthy thing to notice you don't have something and desire it. Here's what some of you do. Instead of you respecting your desire and walking in your worthiness of having it, you'll notice someone else with it. And instead of you yourself respecting your desire to also have it, or to have better or more, you'll get upset that the other person has it. Don't do that. You're disrespecting your desire to have it, and you are also disallowing it into your life. This is what I mean when I am talking about resistance. You ask for a thing. You want a thing, but you won't allow it into your life. You can't allow abundance into your life by being upset that someone else has it. They are two very opposite emotions. They're two very opposite feelings. And you have got to what we call line it up. You've got to get into alignment with your desires in order to bring them into your life. So if you like abundance, you like fashion, jewelry, clothes, cars, homes, money, you like it, appreciate it every time you see it. I don't care who has it. I don't care who has it. I don't care if it's the chick next door to you that you don't like and she has it. So what? Respect it, like it, appreciate it, and invite it into your life. Because if you're sitting there harboring feelings of anger and upset and jealousy about someone else having it, that is a very opposite emotion of saying, I want it too. What you're doing when you do that is you're resisting it. You're by virtue of your feelings that you're harboring, telling the universe, the cosmos, that I don't like that. How would you like for the universe, for the cosmos, for God, the heavens, to deliver to you the things that you desire when you're sitting holding feelings of resistance about it? You're upset that someone has it, or you think it's evil to have it. Listen, baby, you can't get abundance into your life when you think everyone who's rich or abundant or wealthy is evil. You can't get it like that. You're by virtue of your belief saying, I don't like it, it's bad, I don't want it. And so many of you will sit and act as if your faith is why you feel that way. And that's a lie. That's a lie. It's not true. You came here to enjoy this life and the things that are in this atmosphere that are pleasurable. You came here for it. You came here to partake in it. If you didn't want any parts of it, you would have stayed where you were at. You wouldn't have come here. You didn't come here to have a mundane existence. You didn't come here to wait for an afterlife. You came here for this life. And you came here for this human experience. And this is how you begin to allow the things that you desire from this life into your experience. You've got to line up with them. You got to be in accord with them. This is what it is meant when it is written, to line it up. Get your house in order and get in line. This is what it is meant when they are saying these things to you. Get yourself clear about what you like, what you desire. You want abundance into your life. Respect it every time you see it. I don't care where it's coming from. It is not for you to judge about how somebody attained it. Doesn't matter how they attained it. It's not your business. It's no concern to you. It's not, because it doesn't affect you. It's not your life. So what you want to be most concerned with is your own abundance and your own life. Invite it in, allow it in by respecting it every time you see it. Listen, there are literally, when you want abundance, when you want things that you desire into your life, literally, when you birth that desire, instantly you are asking. Like I said, you ask in so many ways. You ask with your mouth, you ask with your thoughts, you ask with your dreams, you ask with your hopes, and you ask with the very fiber of your being, the feeling that you harbor when you see and realize things that you like. When that desire is birthed and you ask with the whole of you, then what has happened is instantly done. And there are thousands, literally thousands of resources lined up and available to make it happen for you. So as you begin to pick off each person and judge their abundance and wealth and how they attained it, you knock one off the list. You knock another one off the list. You knock another one off the list. You do not know how it is being done for you. You don't know how it's being lined up for you to have what you want. But as you begin to judge based on an ignorant belief system about how abundance is to be attained, then you are crossing off ways for you to have it. And some of you all don't even realize which ways were lined up for you to have something, but you knocked it off the list because you judged it. You said it was bad, evil, wicked, not good. So you knocked it off the list. And the very thing that you're sitting there praying for, begging for, mad at somebody else because they have it, it was done for you, but you resisted it. We want you to begin to allow abundance into your life. Notice the abundance of life that is here for you. There is plenty of water. This is also a source of life, a big part of your physical makeup. It's also what you swim around in for quite some time before you get here. Mostly water, some other things too, but a lot of it's water. This is a part of how you get birthed into this human physical atmosphere. It's the water that you're born of. And so there's plenty of that. You can begin to focus on that. You can begin to focus on, ooh, how much water do I have? Oh, I can get water anytime. Pull water out the sink, pull water out the river, water in the ocean. There's so much water. Plenty of it. Abundance. Listen, there's more water. The physical earth is more water than land. There's an abundance of it. Begin to appreciate the abundance of life. There is so much abundance here in this life, and it is here just for you. There's so much food you feed on, all kinds of animals and plants and herbs and spices. There's all kinds of things that you enjoy every day with ease. Abundance of it. I don't care what kind of food it is. Whatever you have access to, that you are able to feed yourself and you are able to satisfy your hunger and need to feed, it is available to you. Great. Give thanks for it. Appreciate it. Be thankful that you can have a second helping. If you can get a third and a fourth, be really thankful and begin to allow more and more abundance into your life. As you begin to give thanks and appreciate the basic life abundance that is here for you, then you'll begin to allow more of the specific desired life abundance that you want. You've got to first begin to respect, appreciate the basic life necessities that are cared for you in abundance, so that you wouldn't even have to worry about it. Your basic life source of breath, that was done in a way that you wouldn't even have to worry about it. That was done in such an abundant manner, from an abundant source, a source of all that is. That was done for you in such an abundant manner that you wouldn't even have to figure that out. You wouldn't even have to work that out within yourself. You wouldn't even have to have faith for that. That was done for you in an abundant manner. So you wouldn't even have to care for that. Your basic life source that you use to be here, to exist here, that was cared for you in a manner that you wouldn't have to have faith for. You wouldn't have to worry about the measure of it. You wouldn't have to worry about who else has it. That was done for you in a way that you would be able to enter into it with ease and flow. We want you to begin to acknowledge that, and acknowledge that if it was done for you in such an abundant manner, what else do you need or desire can be done for you in an abundant manner and method. So, we have told you that so many have come that you may have a life and life more abundantly. We have come to remind you of that. We have come to remind you that you came for an extraordinary, abundant life experience. And we want you to begin to move into the direction of it. And these are practical methods by which we will give you every time we meet. Every time we gather along this ride, we will begin to give you routes and paths that will allow you to move into the direction of what you desire and what you intended when you came here. And these aren't things that you don't know. Trust me, you knew these things. These are things that you know. Listen, the reason why you feel these talks within yourself, the reason why there's some hairs and maybe emotions and feelings that rise up in you is because it resonates with you, because you know it. You already know it. You just need to be reminded, and there are teachers that will come all the time here to remind you of the things that you already know. And the wonderful thing about all the various teachers, including myself, that have come and will come and continue to come, is that they will say it to you in different ways that you can get it. You know why? Because there is abundance here for you. Yes, you may not have gotten it that way, but here's another way. Listen, there are so many ways always being made for you all the time. Allow them in. Receive them. Give thanks for them. When someone is concerned about your well-being, a teacher tells you they came that you would have life and life more abundantly. Begin to appreciate those who want you to have a good life and want you to experience life and life more abundantly. As you begin to give thanks for those kinds of things, more of those things will show up in life for you. So some of you spend time thinking about, being concerned with, oh, I don't have good teachers around, I don't have good friends, I don't have good influencers around me, and perhaps this is why, I don't have what I have, or I don't have what I want, or I'm not getting what I want. I don't have the teachers you have, I don't have the mother you had, I don't have the father you had, I don't have the aunt you have, I don't have the uncle you have, I don't have the husband you have, I don't have the wife you have. So many of you are sitting and holding things like that as the reason as to why you don't have what someone else has or what you want. And we're here to tell you that there are so many ways being made for you all the time. Begin to allow them into your life. Give thanks and appreciation for every teacher, example, or person that sows a good word, a good thought that makes you feel good, or makes you feel happy, or makes you feel appreciation. Begin to appreciate those moments in time. Anyone that shows up that does that for you, even a child, even a dog, even a cat, They give you a good feeling. They make you feel good. They uplift you. Then begin to give thanks for that, and more of those experiences will happen in your life. This is practical, everyday things that you can do to begin to allow abundance into your life. The abundance of influencers that you want. You want good teachers around you. You want solid influences around you. Begin to appreciate the people around your life that show up with that. As you begin to appreciate that, you allow more of that. If you're upset, jealous, or harboring low feelings about someone who has wisdom, you are not allowing wisdom into your life. It's a very different vibration. It's way over here. You want to be way over here. You want to get over there, but you're holding a feeling opposite of it. You're mad at someone else or upset because they have wisdom, intelligence, or understanding that you don't have, and you're feeling like, why should it be them? They don't deserve it. They aren't worthy. They aren't clean enough. They aren't holy enough. They aren't pure enough. If you're harvesting feelings like that, that's a feeling way opposite of what you want. What you want is wisdom. Let me tell you something. One of the things that humanity needs to begin to do more and more to begin to the forward motion and continuation of creation that all of creation is longing for is you'll need to begin to allow the things that you want into your life and not be so concerned about how it's going to get done. The how is not up to you, it's the what, baby. It's the what. The how isn't up to you. There's so many hows. There's so many, some of you get disappointed and your faith drops because the how that you tried didn't work. And so now you're so wrapped up in trying to figure out, well, how? Or you could lose faith in it altogether because you just don't know how to get it done. You don't know how to bring it about. Don't worry about the how. The how is not up to you. It's the what. It's the what that you want to stay focused on. Stop judging, worrying about, spending a whole bunch of time turning your wheels about how to make it happen. You just focus on the what. Let me tell you why you can do that. We've said it to you before. I told you I'm going to say it to you again and again. Let me tell you why you only need to be concerned with the what and not the how. You are a very blessed, divine, worthy being. And you are worthy of everything that you want. And when you ask, it is given. There are multiple thousands of ways lined up for you to have what you want. All you need to do is stay focused. Stay focused. This is what it is meant when it is written, as a man thinketh, so is he. You want abundance? You don't need to be scrambling day in and day out about how do I get rich? How do I get wealthy? You do not need to do that. What you need to do is focus on what you want. You want a wealthy lifestyle? Stay focused there. You want a pleasurable lifestyle? Stay focused there. Begin to appreciate life, recognize, give thanks for whenever you see it. And guess what? You're allowing it. You're just inviting it and allowing it in with the ease and a flow. Now, we told you some time ago when we first began talking to you that we're going to tell you how to allow the things in your life that you want in a way that is with a ease and a flow. This is the ease and flow that we speak of. This is what we mean when we say with the ease and flow. You can just receive it. Yes, you can just receive it. You can just allow it into your life. Now, we want to be clear. So, are you not going to do anything? Yes, you are going to do some things. You're going to do some things that contribute. You are going to be a component to bringing the things about that you want in your life, you are going to be a component. You are going to do things. There is going to be some action on your part, but the action is going to be easy. The action will flow. It will not be hard, monotonous, ridiculous work that you have to do. That is not the case. And now we know that there are some humans on the planet, many humans on the planet, that feel the need to justify where they've made it to in life. Some of them need to justify that. They feel the need to justify that among humanity. They feel the need to tell you, I worked hard for this. I worked really, really hard. And while they may have worked, it was not hard work because it was something they were passionate about or loved. So it wasn't really like work to them. No one's working hard doing things that they don't even like to do so they can accomplish wealth. That's not how it goes. That is not what's happening. So we want to clear it up for you. When you hear humanity tell stories like, I worked hard, hard work pays off. It is not hard work that they didn't enjoy that paid off for them. They were not working themselves, hurting themselves, doing things that they did not enjoy doing and achieve a place in life that they desired to be. That is not the case. So we just want to clear it up for you that when people talk about I worked hard to get here, it was enjoyable work that they liked doing. And yes, they may have spent many hours, days, months, years working on it, but because it was work that they like, there was a ease and flow to it, and they attained the desires, the success, the wealth, the riches, the fame, the things that they wanted. And this is what you want when you talk about, when you think about an abundant life. You want an ease and a flow. This is what it is meant when it is written that my yoke is easy and my burden is light. There is an easy yoke to life for you, and there is a light burden of life. Life was not intended to be heavy on you and stressful on you and making you work yourself to the bone doing things that you don't like doing so you can exist, so that you can survive. This is not what life was intended for you, and that's not what you intended to come here to do. There is an easy yoke of life for you, and there is a very light burden. This is how light it is. All you have to do is ask, and it is given. This is how light it is. Ask, and it is given, and then allow it into your life. Receive it. Life is not going to force it on you. You may be asking for things, believing for things, and you want some God, some mother, some father to just pour it down your throat and force it on you. No, that's not going to happen. You know why? Because you are powerful. You are made powerful. You are the creator of your experiences. You are the designer of your life. It's on you. It is on you. Begin to examine that power. Begin to tap in. Tap, 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 tap in. Tap in. Begin to think about the things that you like and you want and enjoy, and allow them into your life. Begin to appreciate abundance around you in your life so you can allow the abundance of life in. You can allow the extra shoes, clothes, money, cars. You can allow those things into your life by really just beginning to appreciate them every time you see them. Every time you see them. Stop worrying about how somebody else got it, how they did it, and how they pulled it off. And judging it and saying, well, that's good or bad and right and wrong. That's not the way to do it. All that. Stop that. You don't know how it's being done for you. All you want to do is allow it to be done. Because if you don't, then you don't. If you cross off the list of these thousands, hundreds of ways that are lined up for you to have what you want, then who can you hold responsible? Who can you be mad with? If you decide that this way is the wrong way, and that way is the wrong way, and that way is not a good way, and that is, if you've crossed off all the ways for the things that you want to come for you, to show up for you, you cannot be upset when they don't show up. Stop worrying about the how. Focus on the what. Focus on the what. You want a body that looks a certain way? Stop judging people about how they got the body that they like. Don't worry about it. It's not your business. It's none of your concern. What you need to be concerned about is the body you want, the physical makeup you like. You want a certain physical look or makeup in your life? Begin to appreciate the ones that you see that you like. Ignore anything else. See it and don't see it. So, again, there are so many that have come that you may have life and life more abundantly, including myself. So, begin to give appreciation for all of the abundance you see around you, the trees, the oxygen, the air that you breathe, the water readily available for you to drink. As you begin to give thanks for having more than one pair of something, more than one pair of pants, more than one shirt, as you begin to do that, more and more of those things that you like will begin to show up for you. Begin to disregard the feeling or the need to judge others about how they got it and whether or not they should have it. Begin to release that. That's a heavy burden to bear. As you begin to try and bear the burden of judgment of humankind and mankind, that's a heavy burden. That burden is not yours, and it was never intended for you to bear. You are not intended to judge humanity and all of mankind. That is not your burden to bear. Begin to just focus on the things that you want in life, the things that you're hoping and believing for your life, not for all of humanity. Begin to focus on your life. And as you begin to work out your own salvation and your own life, then your faith will increase, and you can begin to sow seeds of faith into the life of others and begin to help them realize and create the lives that they desire. We love you very much. We've enjoyed this talk with you all very much, and I am satisfied and looking forward to our next ride. Super fun rides we like to have. See you next time.